Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Supergirl Season 4. So Supergirl is in a really weird position right now in regards to their production for Season 4, as Melissa Benoist, or Benoist, however you pronounce it, their main cast member, because she plays Kara Danvers, aka Supergirl, is currently on Broadway and will be there until August the 4th, or around that time, early August. But Supergirl actually started filming for Season 4 earlier this week without her. So it will be interesting to see how not only the episodes turn out when they eventually air, but also as to what Supergirl brings to Comic-Con in only a few days' time. Like, are they going to show us a trailer without Supergirl in it, or are they just going to show a sizzle reel from last season, which I think they did it at the Season 2 panel, I think it was as well. But in regards to what they are doing currently on set, this is what this video has to do with. So on the set of Supergirl, about 2 days ago, roughly from when this video will go up, Sam Witwer was seen on set in a scene with Lena Luthor. Now when he was spotted, a lot of speculation started as to who he was playing on the show, but thanks to the interwebs, we now know who he is actually playing. But quickly before we jump into that, it is cool to see Sam Witwer come to Supergirl, mainly due to the fact that he is another Smallville alum or former Smallville cast member that has come to Supergirl. He of course played the human version of Doomsday. I can't remember, it was one of the latest Smallville seasons. And of course, Star Wars fans would know him as the voice of Darth Maul in every appearance of the character, apart from the Phantom Menace. And yes, he was also the voice of Darth Maul in Solo: A Star Wars Story. But anyway, thanks to Entertainment Weekly, we now know who Sam Witwer is playing, and that character is that of Agent Liberty. Now, around 2 months ago, a description for a character known as Ben was released for casting, and that is Agent Liberty's real name. Well, it's Ben Lockwood. But anyway, here is that description. Ben is a businessman whose success has burned down to the ground. Blaming others for his failure and not having his back, he is now making it his life goal to correct those wrongs. Be careful of his dangerous ability to persuade people, as he has no problem using that as a method to accomplish his goal. Now in Supergirl Season 3, we had Morgan Edge appear for a handful of episodes and was played by Adrian Pasdar, who was of course on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well last season for a pretty big role, without spoiling it. It is being said that Agent Liberty, or Ben Lockwood, will be replacing this, his area and role on the show, which would make sense seeing that he did share a scene with Lena Luthor from what we have seen so far on set. But this is what Entertainment Weekly had to say about the character and how he will be portrayed on Supergirl, and it is a bit of a change up from what people familiar with the comics would expect. In the show's interpretation on the character, Agent Liberty is the ruthless and terrifying founder and figurehead of Children of Liberty, a hate group that supports a human-first world order. According to a description from the show's producers, he's a brilliant orator in the guise of a family man. And the scariest thing about him is how easily he can convince people that he's right. Given that Supergirl and the DEO tend to be pro-alien integration, it's definitely fair to assume they won't get along with Agent Liberty and his Children of Liberty. Now, obviously, we know that Lena ended Supergirl Season 3 in a bit of a grey area, where we were unsure of whether, she was evil or good or a bit of both. So maybe Agent Liberty has a role in helping her choose which side that she is on. And if she decides to side with him, well, then we should expect some, maybe not fully evil Lena, but definitely not good Lena. Now, in the comics, he once worked for the CIA, but left in disgust due to their various methods and the types of missions he was being asked to undertake. He later became so disenchanted with the federal government as a whole that he joined the paramilitary groups called the Sons of Liberty, who outfitted him with the costume and different weapons and stuff that he used as Agent Liberty. Now, I could see them actually taking this backstory with him, but twisting it to fit into the world that we already have established with Supergirl. So they could make it that instead of him working with the CIA in the past, they could make it that he worked for the DEO and was either forced out due to his prejudice towards aliens, or maybe something happened within the DEO to cause him to leave and then form that prejudice towards aliens. And they could make it that he was able to take certain materials from the DEO, like different body armor and weapons and stuff, to be able to suit up himself as Agent Liberty. Now, obviously, that description for Ben could have changed a bit, but it does say that he was a businessman whose success was burned down to the ground. So maybe aliens were responsible for that. Maybe he dealt, maybe it could have been something as simple as insurance, and a big alien attack just completely destroyed his company or something like that. But it's going to be interesting to see, whether he was always prejudiced towards aliens or something massive happened which caused him to form that prejudice and then, form the Children of Liberty. Now, in the comics, he isn't a villain, and he isn't necessarily a villain on Supergirl this season by the sounds of it. He sounds like he's just going to be more of an antagonist like Morgan Edge was. Like, Morgan Edge wasn't a villain. Like, Rain was a villain. but Morgan Edge wasn't a villain, he was just more of an antagonist for Lena. So maybe that's the role that Agent Liberty is going to play as well, because obviously there is another description out there for another character that is most likely going to be the villain, who will most likely be Manchester Black from what's being said. But it will be interesting to see what they do with the character and what path he does head down. Like, is he going to start off as an antagonist and then sort of, you know, become like a vigilante and help Supergirl in the end? Or is he just going to be the exact same character throughout however long his story arc goes for? But Sam Witwer does play a pretty good villain, both in voice and just in live action. So if they do go down that road, you know, they've casted pretty well for the character. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show your support. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of this casting? Are you a fan of Sam Witwer, whether it's from Smallville, from Star Wars, or from any other property that he's been in? Just let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.